Hey guys, welcome back to the Oilers Fanatic. Just want to start off this video by sending a special message to my dad. Today marks 3 years since we lost you. You gave me my love for hockey, and I wouldn't be here today working on this channel without you. I'm dedicating today's videos to you in your memory. Love and miss you so much. Today, I want to take a look at the future for the Edmonton Oilers. Following the Stuart Skinner signing, the Oilers have 3 players left to sign: Kailer Yamamoto, Tyler Benson, and Cooper Marody, all restricted free agents. Yamamoto is expected to come in at $2 million per season on a 2-year bridge contract. Tyler Benson and Cooper Marody are likely to get 1-year deals, probably at the same $750K league minimum that Skinner received. Yesterday, the Oilers signed Brendan Perlini for 1 year at $750K. The signing is interesting for a few reasons. He's another left winger, a position the Oilers already have competition for. He's a player that both Ken Holland and Dave Tippett have had in Detroit and Arizona, and I wonder if he has the inside track as the extra forward on the roster. Are we looking at a battle between Devin Shore and Brendan Perlini for playing time on fourth line left wing? Or will Kyle Turris fight his way back onto the roster? Tyler Benson and Dylan Holloway are waiting for their shot. Ideally, you don't have Dylan Holloway on your fourth line. I think he's better suited playing top minutes in Bakersfield. For Tyler Benson, I think his time in Bakersfield is done. If he's not on the Oilers roster this year, he should probably be moving on. I suspect the Oilers may be leaning towards moving him. If the Oilers were to move Mikko Koskinen, for example, does Benson go with him as a sweetener in the deal? The other solution is the Oilers bring him to camp. If he fails to make the team, he's put on waivers, and another team simply claims him. But whatever scenario comes to pass, Benson needs to get signed to a contract. I think Benson and Marody both need to get their shot in the NHL this year. I'm not sure if either of them get it in Edmonton. Here's a look at the Oilers' current roster for the upcoming 2021-2022 season. On the top line, Zach Hyman, Connor McDavid, and Jesse Puljujärvi. On the second line, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Leon Draisaitl, and Zach Kassian. On the third line, Warren Foegele, Derek Ryan, and Kailer Yamamoto. On the fourth line, Devin Shore, Ryan McLeod, and Josh Archibald, with Brendan Perlini and Kyle Turris as extra forwards, and I have Dylan Holloway, Tyler Benson, and Cooper Marody listed as possibilities. On the blue line, we have Darnell Nurse and Tyson Barrie in the top pairing, Duncan Keith and Cody Ceci in the second pairing, Chris Russell and Evan Bouchard in the third pairing, and William Lagesson as the 7th defenseman. In goal, I have Mike Smith, Mikko Koskinen, Alex Stalock, Ilya Konovalov, and Stuart Skinner. Here's a look at how the 2022-2023 roster looks currently. Zach Hyman, Connor McDavid on the top line with an open spot on first line right wing. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Leon Draisaitl, and Zach Kassian on the second line. Warren Foegele, Derek Ryan, and Kailer Yamamoto on the third line. Devin Shore on the fourth line with open spots at fourth line center and fourth line right wing. On defense, Darnell Nurse and Tyson Barrie in the top pairing, Duncan Keith and Cody Ceci in the second pairing, Philip Broberg and Evan Bouchard in the third pairing. In goal, I have Mike Smith, Ilya Konovalov, and Stuart Skinner. For this roster that you see displayed, the Oilers would be spending $78,066,295. This roster includes the combined $4,166,167 in dead cap space for Milan Lucic, Andrei Sekera, and James Neal, and also includes Oscar Klefbom's cap hit of $4,167,000. If the salary cap raises by $1 million as predicted to $82,500,000, the Oilers will have $4,433,705 in available cap space. If the cap doesn't go up, it will be $3,433,705. The Oilers can once again put Klefbom on long-term injured reserve and gain $4,167,000 in relief, which would put their available spending at $8,600,705. Trying to project beyond 2 years out is too difficult, as far too many variables come into play, so I'll hold here. But here are some of the difficulties facing the Oilers in the immediate future. Jesse Puljujarvi has 1 season remaining. What will his future cost be? If he has another strong season, you have to think his number starts with at least a 4, but more likely a 5. If Kailer Yamamoto signs a 2-year deal this summer, it will expire at the end of this second season. What is his number going to be? Bouchard has 2 years on his contract, Broberg 3. The list goes on. Duncan Keith's contract expires in 2 years, freeing up $5.5 million. Tyson Barrie in 3 years, freeing up $4.5 million. Some cap help is coming, but the Oilers will have to be calculated in their moves. It sounds like he's safe for this summer, but I have to think Zach Kassian is moved next summer. They can find someone cheaper to provide toughness and still fill another hole with the available cap space. I don't think Jesse Puljujarvi and Kailer Yamamoto both have futures in Edmonton. If the Oilers move Puljujarvi next summer, they will land a much better return than they would have if they met his earlier trade request. Getting 2 strong years out of him and then maximizing his return would be good asset management. If they decide to keep him, Yamamoto will need to be moved. Maybe not next summer, but at the end of his expected 2-year deal. Unless he has a subpar season, his new price tag will be too much in my estimation. If the Oilers can find a way to keep them both, great. I just can't see it happening at this point. The Oilers will need their prospects to emerge. If you can add talent on entry-level deals, it will be huge to give them much-needed depth and value. And some of them will likely be lost in trades to bring in key pieces. What happens in goal? Mike Smith will be gone in 2 years, freeing up his $2.2 million cap hit. If Ilya Konovalov or Stuart Skinner emerge, both of their contracts are up in 2 years, so that will be good timing to pay them. What about Olivier Rodrigue? Is he knocking on the door by then? It's extremely unlikely the Oilers have 3 goalies that all emerge as NHL goaltenders. I think Konovalov and Skinner battle it out for the next 2 years. The winner is the starter or backup for the Oilers, the loser is likely moved along, and Rodrigue begins his quest to get in. Could we see a Ilya Konovalov-Stuart Skinner tandem? It's possible, but if the Oilers are going for the Stanley Cup, Konovalov and Skinner would have to be providing stellar net mining to show they are ready for that task. The future is a very uncertain thing. Many things that I have laid out here could be happening in very different ways, but I thought for fun, I'd see if I could figure it all out. What do you guys predict happening? Sound off in the comments below. Enjoying the videos? Please like and subscribe for all the latest Oilers content. You've been listening to The Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan.